snakes, creepy crawlies and bugs. Numerous things in nature have advanced as an approach to ensure themselves or to chase that awful, fiendish liquid we call toxin. Be it in their mouths, their butts, or their paws, such countless animals from spineless creatures straight up to things that could possibly be a vertebrate have built up the capacity to infuse us with toxin that can do anything from decay our skin to melt our organs with a solitary portion. Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. This time we're talking about most horrifyingly and painful venoms in our planet. Okay, let's start. Number 10. Brown recluse spider venom. The earthy-colored loner creepy crawly, Loxosceles reclusa, is found all through the South Focal and Midwestern United States. Invasions in Kentucky are more normal as one ventures toward the west. Different types of Loxosceles creepy crawlies happen in the southwestern U.S. Furthermore, Southern California, yet the earthy-colored loner is the most remarkable and boundless. Loner bugs are uncommon external their local reach. Their toxin contains a protein that causes your tissue to betray itself and decay from the back to front, beginning at the zone around the chomp. When the decay has begun, 2-3 days after the chomp, the solitary alternative is to remove the spoiled zone, disinfect the injury, and get a skin joint. Number 9. Cobra venom. The cobra doesn't need to tear into you to envenom your poor, mortal body. A cobra, a healthy and a terrible mindset, can rather spit their toxin at you from up to 6.5 feet away. The toxin doesn't simply dazzle you when it hits your eyes, it additionally hurts. Even more regrettable, on the off chance that it gets into your circulation system, you have perhaps 30 minutes to find support or you'll pass on of suffocation. Cobra toxin, it ends up, has a novel strategy for murdering the powerless soul stricken with it. The toxin ties itself to the receptors responsible for moving your stomach, the muscle that moves your lungs, essentially keeping it from getting orders from your cerebrum to move, right off the bat. Number 8. Stonefish venom. Did you realize that there are fish that can slaughter you? Agonizingly, not sharks or anything with teeth. I'm discussing a straightforward, humble, sort of revolting fish that creeps along the seafloor, referred to just as the stonefish since it, indeed, resembles a stone. Mistaking it for a stone is actually what this wrongdoing against nature needs you to do. Obviously, so it can sting you to death with its awful spines. Should you, by some coincidence, step on one of these, you're in for an agonizing passing out there in the dark blue sea. Stonefish toxin, through a component researchers clearly don't completely see yet, discharges a protein into your circulatory system that is like cobra toxin. Be that as it may, the stonefish not just chokes out you by closing down your lungs, it likewise causes extraordinary agony, seizures, outrageous muscle fits, heart harm, and afterward loss of motion. Number 7. Lionfish venom. Albeit not as dangerous as the stonefish, the lionfish will in any case endeavor to wring a couple of gallons of detaches from its casualties. Contingent upon the number of spines they wound into you, these wonderful yet very mean fish will leave you in agony, perspiring vigorously, attempting to inhale and, in case you're truly unfortunate, enduring impermanent loss of motion. And afterwards you suffocate. Number 6. Crown of thorns Seester venom. If you somehow manage to end up stayed by the numerous horrendous and sharp spikes of the crown of thorns, which have been recorded as having the option to penetrate jumping suits and gloves, you will encounter prompt weakening agony, trailed by huge draining and expanding. While ordinarily the indications settle themselves in somewhere in the range of 30 minutes to 3 hours, in case you're sufficiently unfortunate to get a hefty portion of the toxin, you could be in for deadness, hurling, a serious cerebral pain and, in uncommon cases, loss of motion. Number 5. Arizona bark scorpion venom. The Arizona bark scorpion is the most noticeably awful of the most exceedingly awful, both in looks and in toxin. While most scorpions are innocuous to people other than causing a tad of agony in a weld, the Arizona bark scorpion, should it choose to utilize its toxin on you, can do you significantly more harm. The toxin of an Arizona bark scorpion can cause extreme agony, growing, deadness, foaming at the mouth, and trouble breathing, just as seizures, jerking, and here and there suffocation. Number 4. Gila monster venom. Despite the fact that Gila monster toxin is nearly gentle, the manner in which it's conveyed is terrible. In contrast to the regular venomous snake, Gila monsters don't group hypodermic teeth. All things being equal, the toxin trickles through furrows in their horrendous little reptile fangs. In request to truly get that harmful spit into your framework, the Gila monster not just chomps, it bites on whatever piece of you it locks onto, regularly floundering to and fro to tear the injury so it can truly spread the toxin around. The actual toxin is additionally unfathomably difficult, and there's no known remedy for it. Number 3. Black widow venom. The redback spider, at times called the Australian black widow, is regularly confused with a black widow because of the comparable shading and red imprint found on the backs of females. They are profoundly venomous with a mixed drink of various kinds of neurotoxins that convey an astoundingly high measure of torment in humans. Fortunately, they don't regularly hit with full venomization, liking to keep down a portion of their valuable toxin for prey creatures. On the off chance that a redback spider were to convey its full burden in a chomp, it would almost certainly bring about death. That being stated, there have been no realized passings credited to these creepy crawlies since the innovation of its antidote in 1956. Prior to that time, a nibble could bring about death, which would almost certainly be as similar today were it impractical to get the antidote as expected. The risky side effects from a chomp incorporate queasiness, unreasonable perspiring post-nibble, muscle shortcoming, and spewing. These insects aren't especially modest, and they will strike an individual on the off chance that they feel undermined, which is what befallen one appalling Australian man who experienced one while sitting on a latrine. Number 2. Tarantula hawk venom. The tarantula hawk is an alarming bulky monster of a bug. It was given its name since it chases and eats tarantulas. The genuine fear, notwithstanding, comes not from how they can deal with different bugs, yet from how they can deal with you. While their toxin isn't lethal, it is agonizing to such an extent that a solitary sting can cripple a man. As per Justin Schmidt, the universe's premier master on agonizing bug nipples and stings, the lone thing you can do on the off chance that one of these stings you is lay on the ground and shout until it's over. Number 1. Platypus venom. Any old toxin, either, however, the most enduring and excruciating toxin in the creature kingdom. According to individuals who have been prodded by an irate platypus, the agony is quick, totally crushing, and ceaseless. More regrettable yet, no painkiller can be utilized against it. Not even morphine can stop the agony. Nothing attempts to stop it with the exception of the total stifling of the influence area. The muscles in the region will shrink away, and you'll wind up shuddering, perspiring, and hurling from the torment and the toxin. Most noticeably terrible of everything is that this unbearable torment goes on for as long as 3 months. You'll endure, upchuck, and be injured by torment each day for 90 long days.